Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, May 17th in the MLB. Our four favorite picks are on the way. As always, it's Austin joined by Logan recapping yesterday, a 1-2 day. Honestly, kind of happy to somehow skate through with a 1-2 day because we deserved 0-3. The fact the Orioles couldn't get 3 on Mackenzie Gore after he didn't even make it out of the 4th inning. Insanity. Blue Jays, of course, scored 2 in the 6th, and Red Sox just couldn't get anything going against Chris Sale yesterday. 1-2 day, guys. We got to be better, and the 4 picks today hopefully deliver a better day. This is our only video we're posting. As you guys should know, there's no NBA games on today. There is a Game 7 tomorrow between the Nuggets and Thunder. That video I should have posted later this afternoon, though. So if you want to know my favorite picks, you can definitely check that out. We swept the board in the NBA. We cashed day 2 of the ladder challenge. So pretty good Game 6 for us yesterday between the Celtics and Knicks. But we need to talk about MLB, and we need to turn this season around. And it begins with one of the best players in the MLB, Shohei Otani, over 1.5 bases, which is currently minus 125 on Bet365. If you're strictly a FanDuel bettor, I probably would just keep it moving because they had him at minus 160, whereas every other book's at minus 125, minus 135, somewhere in there. In fact, FanDuel's juiced him up to minus 155, minus 160. It's pretty nuts, but I'm going to back Otani because, honestly, he's seeing beach balls at the plate right now. 3 straight games with a homer, 2+ hits in all 3 games. And today he faces Tyler Anderson, a guy that he's owned, and we'll touch on that in a second. But Tyler Anderson, we know he's a lefty, but he's actually struggled lefty on lefty. He's got reverse splits like that. Anderson has allowed a 289 batting average with a 1.078 OPS to lefties. He's given up 11 hits because he doesn't see a lot of lefties. Normally, when you face a lefty, you're not like stacking other left-handed bats in there. But of the 11 hits he's allowed to lefties, 9 of them have gone for 2+ bases. So they're getting the barrel on there. And as I said, Otani, he's been hitting lefties pretty well. In fact, a 352 batting average, only 3 walks in his 54 plate appearances versus lefties, which is good because walks, they don't do us anything here if he gets walked. And he has 19 hits versus lefties, 9 of them going for 2 bases, which you love to see. We need probably, 2+ bases. If he wants to get 2 hits, go for it. And as I said, he has crushed Tyler Anderson. 4 for 7 lifetime. Of the 4 hits, 3 triples and a home run. I don't know how he's getting the triples, but we will not complain. We know Otani is one of the fastest players in the MLB. So if there's a play that he could maybe stretch for 2, he will go do that. And normally teams don't really want to walk Otani because they know he can steal on them as well. So again, I really like Otani here leading off this game. Why don't you send one into the bleachers? First AB against Tyler Anderson. I think the Dodgers offense bounces back today. They've hit Tyler Anderson pretty well. If they're bouncing back, hopefully we can get 5 plate appearances for Shohei. He can come through for us over 1.5 bases. I have confidence in Otani to get the job done. But I'm throwing to Logan for his first pick of the day. And hey, Logan, you got a first 5 team total. Where are you headed?
Yeah, for this first one, taking the Padres on the first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, minus 105 odds on Caesars. Now, again, yesterday took a first 5, not a whole lot of luck as far as the offense scoring. But this one, I really do like. It's kind of a bounce back spot for the Padres. The Padres need to score 3 for this bet to cash in the first 5 innings. Last night, they lost 5-1. They didn't even score a run until the 9th inning. So it really is a great bounce back spot for them. And it's a pitcher I love to fade. Emerson Hancock starts for the Mariners today. 6.91 ERA, 1.71. It doesn't take a baseball sharp or an expert to say those are not good numbers, ERA and whip wise. Now Hancock's fresh off a 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 earned runs start against the Yankees. This is just a pitcher I will take my chances any day of the week fading. It's just how it is. He's getting touched up by both sides of the plate. One of the things Austin and I do when we're looking at pitcher matchups is we go and see how they do against each handedness. If they're great against lefties, great against righties, we take note of that. This guy is getting touched up by both sides of the plate. 321 batting average allowed to lefties, 323 allowed to righties. It doesn't matter. Both sides of the plate, he is getting hit. With runners in scoring position, he's also getting hit. 333 batting average allowed with runners in scoring position. And just with men on, pitching out of the stretch, he's allowing a 333 batting average as well. Look, the numbers are all there. Can the Padres go do damage against this guy? All 3 times facing the batters, Hancock is allowed over a 300 batting average in every plate appearance. Those are numbers I like to look at, especially when taking a first 5 bet, because you're going to have a first and second time through the order guaranteed, and he's going to dip probably into that 3rd time through the order as well. Those batters have all been having success against Emerson Hancock. Padres also 3rd in batting average versus righties this season, hitting 270. Pretty solid numbers against righties. In May, Padres hitting 284 versus righties as well. So it's even ticked up this month. I really like the Padres to do some damage today. Ambush Emerson Hancock early, get some runs up on the board, and get that guy out of here. Love that as my first pick. But Austin, you got another one. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to a market we haven't tapped into once this season. I looked at it yesterday and it was free in the same sort of matchup. I hope I'm not a day behind on this one. So I'm thinking Zach Allen to record a win. Simple as that, minus 115 on DraftKings. If you are not familiar with this market or how record a win props work, you'll find this on DraftKings or Bet365. I'm sure other books will post it. Those are the two I saw had it right now. And to record a win, you need Zach Allen, obviously, to pitch well. He has to go at least 5 innings because you can't record a win unless you've pitched 5. And when he exits the game, the D-backs need to be leading, and they can't lose that lead. Now, if, let's say, Zach Allen pitches into the 6th inning and it's tied, and the D-backs score in the bottom of the 6th to take the lead, that would still count towards Zach Allen recording a win because he'll pitch in the top half of the inning. But either way, we need Gallen to pitch well, and I certainly think he can do that. We look at Gallen on the season. He's been hit or miss, but he's been pretty good at home over his career. And he's been coming off 2 of his last 3 starts. He's recorded a win, which we like to see. Now he's coming off a bad start, 10 hits, 4 earned runs allowed to the Dodgers. But today he'll face the Rockies, a little bit of a different offense than the Dodgers you'll see. And this season he owns a 2.89 ERA at home. His earned runs line is 2.5, like minus 180 on the under. And the Rockies have a first 5 team total of just 1.5. So the books don't really think they're putting up a ton of damage on Zach Allen. They've seen him before, and some of them have decent splits against him, but the Rockies have really struggled in all facets against righties, really just in general. I think if Zach Allen could go out there, and even if he gives up 3 earned runs, I think we still have a chance. But if he go out there, pitch 1 of those 0 or 1 or 2 earned runs, I think we're in for a good spot. As on the other side of the mountain is German Marquez, and he's been pretty dang bad. Now, if you look at him on the season, 8.27 ERA and a 1.7 WHIP. That ain't good. Again, an 80 ERA, 7 or 8 starts, you got to earn that. His expected numbers are better than that, but that's not saying much. It's hard for the StatCast numbers to expect you to be worse above an 80 ERA. I mean, just statistically speaking, that's pretty bad, hard to do. And he'll face the D-backs, an offense that over the last 10 days, number 1 in WRC plus versus right-handed pitchers. They've crushed them. We saw what they did yesterday. There's a reason if you look at Marquez's props, there's a couple things. The D-backs have a first 5 team total of 3.5. That hardly ever happens. Marquez, 3.5 earned runs line. Marquez, a 14.5 outs line. I mean, he has really struggled. He doesn't get the swing and misses. 4th percentile in whiff percentage and 2nd in K percentage. He's also given up a 386 batting average with runners in scoring position. Marquez is coming off a really good start. He faced the Padres. That was after their game where they won 21-0. So they were basically trying to swing for the fences. And Marquez is kind of a ground ball guy. And he pitched well. Give him the credit there. But I'm not willing to say he's finally turned the corner. We've seen 7 of the last 8 righties to face the Rockies have recorded a win, and Marquez had lost 6 straight starts prior to that start against the Padres. So again, I look at this as Zach Allen's in for a good match. If he can pitch well against the Rockies, Marquez on the other side has pitched pretty poorly. I think we can see that hopefully if the D-backs want to tag Marquez for like 7 or 8 runs, that would be awesome. Give Zach Allen an early lead. My guess, we probably have to sweat it out because that's what we've had to do all season. But I think Gallen can give us a shot, and then Marquez can hopefully, if he has the ability to make this a no sweat bet, let's hope Zach Gallen can record a win. Going to be a 9-inning sweat unless they're up like 10-0 and Zach Gallen comes out. I think we'll be in for a sweat here. But again, they cannot relinquish the lead after Zach Gallen leaves. And let's just hope they're leading after 5 or 6 innings whenever Gallen is done. That's my second pick of the day, third pick in the video. Logan, I'm going to let you wrap things up with your 4th pick. You're hitting for another first 5 team total. It's a scene of the crime pick. Where are we headed?
Yeah, I'm seeing the crime pick. You guys know exactly where I'm heading. Taking the Boston Red Sox, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, plus 120 odds on DraftKings. Number 1, love the value. Number 2, I like running back picks or sort of picks that just lost the previous day. If you've been doing that a lot this season, you would be up money just because I know when a pick doesn't hit, we get a little scared. We shy away from it, and then the next day we just live in agony watching the result that we thought was going to happen the previous day happen today. After the Red Sox offense was a no-show yesterday against Chris Sale, I really do like them for runs today. Look, some of those hitters just looked really lost at the plate against Chris Sale, and maybe Chris Sale is on the bounce back. Maybe I underestimated his ability to really pitch well in that spot. But what I'm perfectly fine doing is fading Grant Holmes. He's the type of pitcher that I think the Red Sox should be able to chase early, and I hate this spot for Grant Holmes. This is his first road start since April 26th. And I mean, that's almost a month approaching This guy doesn't pitch a whole lot on the road or hasn't recently. But if you look at his ERA, 4.14 ERA, 1.18 whip, pretty solid numbers, just or average-ish numbers for Holmes. He's coming off a really good start too. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run against the Nats, but that was at home. Something we also look at is home and road splits for these starting pitchers. On the road, Holmes has a 6.38 ERA, and his strikeout to walk ratio almost gets cut in half on the road. Look at his strikeout to walk ratio at home, 2.6, on the road, just 1.44. Just different ways of looking at pitcher stats. I just don't think he'll be that efficient today. I don't think he'll be that effective at getting the Red Sox to really chase and swing and miss like Chris Sale was able to do. Holmes, just 8th percentile in barrel percentage, 20th percentile in walk percentage, 23rd percentile in hard hit percentage. A lot of metrics that tell us a lot about how effectively a pitcher pitches. I don't think he'll have that great of a start today. Red Sox also 259 batting average at home, 11th best in the majors. Look at it, how they've been doing in May. Pretty on par with that 255 batting average to righties in May. So I think they can come out and be really effective. And yesterday they weren't seeing Chris Sale really well. Obviously, he was a lefty. I really did like the Red Sox lineup against lefties, but a strikeout artist like Chris Sale has that ability. They still had base runners in those first 5 innings. The one that definitely comes to mind is when they had first and third, only 1 out. All you really needed was a sac fly just to put 1 run on the board, get us some momentum. What happens? Bregman strikes out, and then next batter, I forget. I think it was Ref Snyder was up. Devers gets caught stealing. It's just a terrible base running blunder. They just weren't they weren't sharp on the base path at all last night. They just weren't sharp at the plate. I think this Red Sox offense takes a whole different approach against Grant Holmes tonight. They put the ball in play. And last point of note, if you look at Holmes's props, he's minus 145 for over 2.5 earned runs. The majority of hitters are doing their damage against Grant Holmes in that second time through the order. His second plate appearance he's allowing a 300 batting average. His first and third time through, significantly better. So basically, if he's getting to the third plate appearance, it's probably in the 6th inning, and we probably didn't cash this anyway. But I like the value on this one, and I like the fact that hitters are really doing their damage second time seeing him. So hopefully, Red Sox, do your jobs today, and at plus value, I love this pick, Austin.
Yeah, I love it too. And to recap the card, I think we're so overdue for a sweep. Otani, 2 bases. Padres first 5 team total over 2.5. Zach Gallen to record a win, and Red Sox first 5 team total over 2.5. Like we said before, the first 5 team totals have been our best market. Arguably, we're 10-4 on those this season. And you saw the record at the beginning of the video, so that we're 10-4 on. We should lean into that. That's kind of how I turned around our NBA season, where we started to lean in on the unders and threes and unders in general. Let's see if we can do that in the MLB. I do have one last note. We do have a 5th pick. It will be a Dub Club exclusive pick. If you do not know, in the Dub Club, we send out exclusive picks, typically in the NBA, but there's no NBA today, so we'll do an MLB one. And we also send out these hit rate sheets where we give you some guys on the best hitter matchups, some of the guys on the best hit streaks, and also a lot of strikeout props in there as well. I don't know the record on the strikeout props, but I want to say those strikeout hit rate sheet where we take like a guy for 8 Ks, take him down to like 5. I think that's probably at like 12 straight days or something like that. So we're putting it to the test today. That'll be a 5th pick, just a half unit. We'll see if we can cash that and maybe start to turn our season around using those hit rate sheets, which have been giving people a lot of money that have been using them. So again, you can join the Dub Club. There should be a $10 off for your first month link down below. So take advantage of that. Get in there for $5 for the next month, and let's turn this MLB season around. I'll see you guys later, probably today, for the NBA video for Nuggets and Thunder Game 7. Let's go 4-0 today, plus the hit rate sheet cash going 5-0. We'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace.